Hey, what's going on everybody? It's DJ Sketch and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to take a look at a arcade game, or a little bit of change of pace. And the game we're looking at today is Time Soldiers, known in Japan as Battlefield, developed by Alpha Denshi and published by SNK in 1987. This was distributed in all other regions outside of Japan by Romstar, and this would later get a home port in the US on the Sega Master System in 1989. So this one is an overhead run and gun style game, very similar to Ikari Warriors, in which it also uses rotary sticks for control, allowing movement and fire in 8 directions. You play as a time-traveling soldier on a mission to rescue your captured comrades from Glyland. Through the series of 5 grueling stages, each stage has a middle and main boss to encounter, and upon killing each boss, rescue a comrade per stage, and they will be free. It sounds easy enough on paper, but these bosses are no joke, and a lot of times will destroy you with haste until you figure out their patterns. But luckily this game doesn't send you into these little frays without some gear to match your opposition. Throughout the game you can pick up power-ups similar to Contra, being a spread shot, a laser beam, and a missile launcher, alongside a power-up for your player which includes a strength buff and speed buffs respectively. The strength buff is an interesting one because it actually turns your character like super huge and beefy like the Hulk, briefly increasing the size of your current weapon equipped as well, which makes short work of most enemies as long as you pick it up when it's available at just the right time. One of the awesome things about Time Soldiers is the periods of time in which you are quantum leap style thrown through to each stage. The periods being the Primitive Age, the Age of Rome, the World Wars, the Age of War, and the Future World. The Age of War and Future Worlds can be accessed only after you've rescued the first 3 captives, but holy shit, the difficulty ramps up significantly from here. Also note that on each stage you have to rescue the captives in order as told by the HUD on the top of the screen, and also in the right time period. Warp skips are available after each mid-boss, usually about the first and third quarter of each stage, excluding the final stage being Future World and the Age of War, I believe, as well. Also, as far as the difficulty with this one, woof. This one doesn't fuck around. One hit and you're brown bread. It's one of those shooters where everything can kill you in one hit, except when you have the strength buff active, which just, I think, gives you maybe like an extra hit or 2, but as soon as you shrink back down, it's over. And if that wasn't enough, much like early Sega arcade cabinets as well, once the last level begins, you are no longer able to continue from that point. You've got one chance, and you've only got one shot until being completely thrown back to the beginning of the game to being told to try again. The bosses mentioned above can absolutely body you, quickly at that too if you don't learn their patterns and attacks. The latter half of this game gets downright ruthless. Pretty much as soon as you get to the Age of War, you have ninjas popping up everywhere. It gets pretty insane. There's going to be a lot of enemies on screen, but also not only that, but they're going to be placed in a lot of spots where, like, if you don't know what to expect, you're going to get smoked. But also, luckily with this feature on the SNK 40th Anniversary Collection, you have the option, quote fingers, to turn invincibility on or off during play. So those that are having trouble with those tougher stages can actually have a chance to see the rest of the game. Despite the difficulty with this one, this is a game that I grew up playing as a child and still enjoy to play through even nowadays. For fans of vertical run and gun games like this is definitely one to check out, either on the Master System or through the SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. If you have access to a cabinet and a lot of quarters, I'd also recommend trying to go that route as well, because the arcade version is the way to go if you can manage it. So with this one, I give Time Soldiers an 8 out of 10. Considering it's a lot of fun, but I can see the difficulty in this one, much like Ikari Warriors, possibly putting off some people, but even still, for those willing to put in the time, it's really worth it to conquer this one, and it's a fun one as well. And again, I thank you so much for checking out this video. If you find these helpful, that's awesome. I'm glad you can use this as a resource. And I'll be seeing you soon with some more reviews and more commentaries in the future. Alright guys, take it easy and have a good one.